Alrighty, welcome back. And today, let's react, let's see what this is all about. So, we have a new game coming out called Chronicles Medieval. Some people are saying this is the successor to Bannerlord. I've had people in the comments talk about this. Did you see this trailer? Did you see this? Did you see that? I saw little bits and pieces, obviously, right? But I haven't seen the full trailer. We're going to react to the full trailer. I got it loaded up right here, right? But we're first going to talk about kind of like, what they're saying about the game and stuff like that. And obviously, I've seen a lot of people in my orbits, right, post videos such as this. Bannerlord's biggest threat. A new challenger. Will this kill Bannerlord? The next Mountain Blade, right? All of these titles. Now, I get it, bro. I get it, bro. We all got to clickbait a little bit. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, if you like one of these creators, you're not going to say that they're clickbaiting, but the creators you don't like, you're going to say that they are clickbaiting. But I'm just saying. But there's nothing wrong with it. I do it too. It's what YouTubers do. You know what I mean? The viewers hate it, but that's what YouTubers, do. But let's talk about the game. What is this game? What is it all about? And is it going to be a successor to Bannerlord? But I wanted to kind of like dive into it. I have their website as well here. I want to dive into it. Because one thing that I saw, and also I looked at some of the comments in those videos as well, right? And a lot of people, how can I say this? It's very strange to me how a lot of people are reacting to this, okay? But before we talk about that, let's get into the actual game, right? So what is this? So Chronicles Medieval lets you step into a vast, dynamic medieval sandbox, create your character, and forge your path from rags to riches. Engage in intense combat, fight for land, glory, and legacy, and lead massive battles into epic, large-scale battles. Sounds a whole lot like Bannerlord. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Having more games like Bannerlord, yes, please. Gimme, gimme. You know what I'm saying? Before you say, oh, bro, are you here to hate again? No, brother. If you didn't know, if a game like Bannerlord comes out, I profit. You know what I'm saying? My channel will do better. So it's like, why would I not want this to be a good success? If this is like the best game of the next year, amazing. I would love it. You know what I mean? But let's actually talk about what we know so far, okay? So first of all, it's going to drop in early access, which I thought was a bad thing. A lot of people that are saying in these comments, and again, you can check these videos out, just search up, the video and then like, Bannerlord Killer next to it like this, right? And you're going to see these videos pop up. Look at the comments. For some reason, there's no mention of like the whole is going to come out in early access. And this early access right here is literally, and I'm not saying it's copy paste or anything like that, but it's extremely similar to the Bannerlord early access, something that Bannerlord got a lot of flack for. I didn't have any problem with it, but a lot of people did. Next, you can, and we might read this in a different video or something like that. But again, what is it stating? Why early access? Obviously, because they want to work on it and also probably, fund their team as they work on it, their developers. Why? Because if you go on their website, this is their first game. I looked up in the games section. As you can see, this is their website, Raw Power Games. Raw Power Games. We go to games right over here. It's only this, okay? And there's nothing wrong with it. You got to start somewhere. I get that, 100%. You know what I mean? And by the way, developers, if you see the video, my email down below. You know what I'm saying? I would love to ask you more questions. I'd love to talk to you more. You know what I mean? I always do, And, yeah. Hit me up if you want to. If you get hurt by what I say in this video, I understand too. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but I'm going to shoot straight. But what I see is obviously why early access, the basics, people understand this. How long will it be in early access? Roughly a year. Literally verbatim. I think Bannerlord said 1 to 2 years. And again, you go back to like all my old videos because I've gone over this whole early access thing for Bannerlord as well. How is the full version planned to differ from early access version? Obviously, they're going to just add a bunch of more stuff. It's going to be finished. Early access is not finished. It's going to be finished. What is the current state of the early access version? It's playable. There's probably going to be bugs. There's probably going to be things. You know what I'm saying? It's early access. It's literally in the name. You know what I mean? You're taking a risk of buying it early because it's not finished, but you will play it, and obviously, if you want to, you help the developers with bug reports. Will this game be priced differently? Yes, obviously, when it's fully out in version 1.0, it will be probably full price. Early access probably will be less, or it might be the same. You know, I mean, it's all subject to change, right? And how are you planning on involving the community? Obviously, they got a Discord, Steam, community channels, all of that, and play testing, obviously, because you know, it's early access. Understandable. I got you. You know what I mean? The screenshots, they looking good. You know what I mean? It's looking vibrant. I love the color scheme. I always like when you give those vibrant colors, the hues. You know what I mean? I like that, you know? I'm playing the Shokuho mod right now in Bannerlord, so I really like how they utilize the colors here. Good. You know what I mean? Good. Now, let's go over the trailer, and then I'm going to go over my, I'm not going to say concerns, because I'm not really, it's not like, oh my God, if this does good or this does bad, you know what I mean? I wish the best for you guys, the guys that are making this, you know what I mean? The devs, I wish you the best, and I hope you create a great game, you know what I mean? I'm letting you know right now. I hope this is a great success, because I love me some Bannerlord, and I'm going to love me some of this too. Don't get it twisted, you know what I mean? But let's go over the trailer, and then let's go over some talking points that I kind of want to talk about, because I think they're kind of prevalent to the conversation of this game, and also how it's being tied into Bannerlord, because obviously there's a lot of similarities, even by the description here, okay? Let's react.
Thou shalt not kill.
Yo, medieval motherfuckers love to say that shit and then just go on and just, like, ransack, like, 30 villages full of, like, innocent villagers and just do the worst, you know what I mean? But then they go back to their priests and be like, you know what I mean? Swear to God!
So the priests
It's kind of what we do now, too.
tell us. So the Lord commands.
Yes, me lord. Yes, me lord. As the Lord commands. Yes, me lord.
But ambitious men do not listen.
Okay.
I sought no war.
Damn, he got that Yachty walkout in the you ever seen Little Yachty? I know. I'm probably in the wrong video game category. You guys might not know. Hip hop artist. You know what I mean? We'll put it like that. Hip hop artist, Little Yachty. Search up his walkout on stage for one of his concerts. He has like a very iconic walk. This is what this reminds me of.
I sought no war. But war found me. I became like them. I took up the sword, prayed I could win redemption through my deeds. But
the art looks good. The art, like I said, the atmosphere looks very good. You know what I mean? Me when Walmart closed. I mean, me when Walmart started closing at 11 and not 24/7 anymore. My whole world was shattered. You know what I mean? Holy, the amount of times I went into Walmart at like past midnight and just like ate a pumpkin pie and then just left it on one of the. Listen, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I know. Oh, stealing is wrong. Stealing is wrong. I was in college, bro. Leave me alone. You know what I mean? You know, take some risk in your life. Eat a whole pumpkin pie while walking through Walmart at like, past midnight after you got out the club. That's a vibe. You know what I mean? That's a vibe, you know? Hey, have a little fun in your life. Let loose a little bit, you know what I mean? All you little nerds in the chat, you know what I mean? Always be like, oh man, can't do this, can't do that. Shut up.
I took up the sword, prayed I could win redemption through my deeds. But some paths, once taken, have only one ending. I shall find no peace. On this road, there is...
What it's looking like, though, is this is all cinematic. I don't even think this walkthrough right here, I think that's also cinematic. So there's still no gameplay, is what I'm seeing, okay? Don't get twisted by this walk that he did in the front. I think that's also cinematic.
It's only death.
Okay. Gameplay. I'm about to say this ain't gameplay either, but gameplay right here. You see the bars. Okay, this might look like gameplay. All right, all right.
But that's just my story. Go write your own.
Bro, your PC's about to fucking explode, brother. Holy. Bro, this looks amazing for all my supercomputer users. Dog, the rest of the 80% of players watching. Listen, my only thing for the developers, brother, please make it optimized. Please, brother. Like, I beg you, please. You know what I'm saying? I have a mid-range PC. I'm not planning on upgrading anytime soon, bro. I got a son. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting money into, you know, his endeavors and what he's doing. You know what I mean? Like, please make it optimized. Because this looks great. But dog, I don't have a PC to run this. I can already tell. But I like it. Very large map is what it's looking like. It's looking like he's joining the battle of a battle that's already started. You know what I mean? So maybe he's like out here ganking from the back, or he's the reinforcements that's coming midway through the battle. Is what it's looking like. We got a castle over here. We got a little village over here as well. Okay, then that makes sense. Medieval times, the villages were closer to the castles because obviously when stuff like this happened, they would all run to the castles. So that kind of makes sense. It looks like they conquered the village. You see the trebuchets out there in the front. Okay, and then there's like the tents for the other stuff. But that kind of makes me think like, what is this fight then? Maybe the guys from the castle came out the castle, took over this area back. Is that the enemy and these are our troops? Because they're scarce. That might be the peasants. But it looks good. It looks good from the gameplay that we just saw. Like that. Oh. Cool. Here's my initial thoughts. How does it look? It looks good. From the little gameplay we saw, it looks good. I need to see a lot more though before I'm sold on anything. You know what I mean? But it looks good. Cinematic wise, hype. Very nice trailer. You know what I mean? It gets the eyes on people. Definitely, for sure. And the reason why I think the trailer was very popular, because I know it popped up on IGN. I'm watching this on their channel, by the way. I'm going to link their channel down below. You know what I mean? I'll give you a little subscribe too. You know what I mean? Check them out. I'm going to link it all down below. All of these links, the Steam page, all that. Wishlist it. You know, if you like what you see, go ahead. You know what I mean? Here's one thing that I do have to say, right? Oh, and by the way, let's go over this one little thing. They have like a new little sneak peek. This came on the 24th. This was 2 days ago. And they got 200K wish lists. So, you know what I mean? Shouts out to you guys. Popping. Our first little sneak peek in all about settlements. Okay. We got this right here. All right. Looks normal. You know what I mean? Looks very similar. I'm gonna say like this. It looks very similar to Bannerlord. Obviously, some stylistic different changes, but yeah, like a town scene in Bannerlord. Looks legit. Good. You know what I mean? Good. Now, here's some stuff I did want to talk about because I think and this has nothing to do with the devs or this game, really, right? Well, kind of, but not really. It's not me taking a shot directly at them. I'm mainly taking a shot at like people that for some reason want Bannerlord to fail so badly that like, and I'm not even talking about the guys who made these videos. You know what I'm saying? You got to get a nice title out there. These are good titles. You know what I mean? These get people to click on the video. Shouts out. My video is probably going to say something similar. But what I do have to say is from the comments that I saw in these videos, it just, how can I say this the best way possible? It just seems like people are giving these guys the ultimate benefit of the doubt, and they have no warband before this, if that kind of makes sense. Because before we had Bannerlord, we had warband, right? So we had like, they have the template of what works, and then they just, upgraded it, added some stuff, lost some stuff, you know what I mean? There's controversy, you know what I mean? I get it. But overall, we can agree that Bannerlord, because I'll always search it up right over here for you, is a successful game. And holy, right now it's half off. I think that's literally because Steam Summer Sale is starting. Holy, $25 if you don't have it, right? But if we look at this, it's undeniable. You know what I mean? 87% out of 205,000 reviews. That's good, brother. Sorry to say. You know what I mean? I know all the haters out there. It is what it is. It still came out good. Is there more stuff that needs to be added? Duh. Is development still going? Yes. You know what I mean? I know some people want to make it sound like, oh, there's no more development coming. That's just like a whole lot of making up facts to prove your point. You know what I mean? Development is still ongoing for the game, and we have a huge DLC coming. Regardless, what I'm saying is, it feels like to me that when Bannerlord first came out in early access, it was a lot of flack. Even now, there's a lot of flack. Add more diplomacy, obviously. You know what I'm saying? That's like the main thing that people talk about. Add more diplomacy, right? I get that. But what I'm saying is, a lot of people, from seeing this announcement trailer that really only showcases 10 seconds of gameplay, and again, this is not me shitting on the game. This is me pretty much shitting on the people who kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's just like some kind of how can I explain it? The things that they are mad for of Bannerlord of, right? Is kind of out the window now, because there's like a glimpse of maybe there's something better, but not showing anything better. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know how to explain this. I don't know the best way to explain this. It's like, all right, let me just go into one of these comments. You know what I mean?
It's not up to par.
Shouts out to all of you guys, by the way. You know what I mean? But let me go into one of these comments. Where is it? Finally, a Mount Blade successor. A shame Terrorwolves did sequel to Warband, but at least we got this game now. Brother, you didn't see anything, is what I'm trying to say. Like, you have comments like that where it's just like, and you have like communities of people that are just like, oh yeah, this is going to be so much better than based off what, brother? It's solely based on their hatred of Bannerlord, which they still play to this day. And somehow, the couple seconds of gameplay mixed in with the cinematics have everyone being like, damn, dog. From a studio that only has this game. And again, I'm not trying to shout, like, I'm not. Listen, I want you to succeed. Mr. Studio guys. Dr. Raw Power Games. You know what I'm saying? I want you to go raw. I want you to succeed. I truly and honestly do. You know what I mean? I just think it's weird, and you're doing nothing wrong, developers. I just think it's weird that people take their hatred of, like, I guess the Tail World devs, and then just turn it into, well, this game is going to be amazing off gates. Boom, 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 boom. Even though it's being launched exactly the same way as Bannerlord, but without a game previous that was an ultimate success as well. It just feels to me very weird that, like, it's what are we doing? What are we doing? You know what I mean? What are we doing? It's just it's a little nonsensical to me. But obviously a lot of stuff in the world right nowadays is nonsensical to me, where it just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? At all. But again, I do wish the best for this game. It looks good. Like I said, from what I've seen so far, it looks good. You know what I mean? And if it could be a successor, even if it's better than Bannerlord, great. I'm going to be playing the shit out of it. You know what I mean? I'm going to be playing the shit out of it. And you're going to see another 2,000 videos of this game if it's a success too. Do not get it twisted. You know what I mean? I'll be here. I'll be going the same way I was going through the development of Bannerlord. If it is on par to that par of what Bannerlord was when it first launched in early access, you know what I mean? You'll see me there. I will be there. I will be showing every single update that comes out for this game, every single this, that. Same thing I did for Bannerlord. 1,000%. So don't disappoint. You know what I'm saying? Developers don't disappoint. Make it bang, bro. Make it bang. You know what I mean? But and also for the developers, just be ready for the wave of salt that you will get from the crustiest gamers that you've ever even you can't even fathom. You know what I'm saying? Because these guys right here are from Denmark, if I'm not mistaken. See, Denmark, brother. You have not met the American crust. You know what I'm saying? Listen, some American gamers, holy brother, if you don't make this bang, they're gonna cook you, brother. They're gonna cook you. I'm not gonna cook you. I understand there's hits and misses, you know what I'm saying? But make it good. You know what I mean? Optimization. Why do I say it so much? Because the same guys that hate Bannerlord right now, that complain all the time about it, still play the game because it's well optimized and it's one of a kind. You know what I mean? So if you want to be a contender to Bannerlord, if that's what you're aiming for, obviously you're probably not trying to build that static. It's built just by the communities. That's static, right? But optimization is key. You know what I mean? Because if the game is beautiful, if the game has so much features, but it's unoptimized, people are going to throw it away a lot faster than if it's optimized, but some features are missing. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's all I got to say about this game. Is it the Bannerlord killer? Who the hell knows? I don't think anybody from what is currently out right now can tell you yes or no. And if they tell you yes, they're biased as hell. If they tell you no, they're biased as hell. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. Because and again, there's no. And another thing, let me just do this last point, and then we can get off the video. There's not this secret war between developers that people try to make happen. I've seen it with the new Jesus Christ, I can't say it. Shokuho mod, right? And like the developers of Bannerlord and people being like, oh, the developers are scared and blah blah blah. Why would the developers of a game be scared that somebody made a huge overhaul mod that is like super successful for their game? Are you dumb? Are you the dumbest guy in the room? What is this like fantasy battle that you're seeing that I just can't even understand? Like, what, brother? Not everything's an anime. Not everything is like everybody's for themselves. Blah 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 blah. That's that American exceptionalism that a lot of y'all have. You know what I mean? It ain't that. You know. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna try it definitely. You know what I mean? I'm definitely gonna try it. So yeah. Shout out to the devs. Reach out if you want to. You know what I'm saying? I'm always here. And I'll see you in the next one.